you understand. Hotel room scale on the desk, counting every ounce I've kept. Airplane windows, dawn and dusk, dreaming about the next big chest. Desert markets, ocean ports.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you read me? Am I loud? Am I clear? Who's ready? I've got the news. I've got the updates. We'll be covering it soon. We'll be live in 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Tokyo nights to Rio sun, from Arctic ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Please smash that like button. We're only 40 away from 100. Soon here, we're going to cover the late breaking news. We're going to cover the market open. I'm going to cover the shenanigans from yesterday. And ladies and gentlemen, I have more proof from yesterday's attack. Coming soon, we'll be live here in 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Smash that like button and get ready. Who's ready?
Voices rise like a tidal wall.
Sure, scorpions can have diamond claws and a diamond stinger. Welcome everybody to the stream. We'll be live in about 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Gonna cover the news, gonna cover the updates. Smash that like button if you're ready. Share the stream.
Stacks of silver, stacks of gold, digging treasure, riches untold. International stacker, here to say, shiny vibes coming your way. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International stacker chasing that mill. Coins and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more. Chasing that
Who's ready for the stream? We're going to cover news. I've got updates. I've got more proof of the manipulation. It's not conspiracy. It's fact. We're going to be live here in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Please like the stream. Please share the stream. Please buckle up and get ready. I am currently broadcasting both horizontal and vertically. Who's ready? 3 minutes and 30 seconds till we're live.
Join the quest, riches await. You're the best international stacker, stacking strong, silver, gold, where you belong.
No, I am not streaming diagonally. Here's the question. Who's buying the dip? I bought the dip. I bought the dip to the tune of $750. Did you buy the dip? What did you get? Let me know in chat. 3 minutes till we're live.
Quest, riches await. You're the best international stacker, stacking strong, silver, gold, where you belong. Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side.
Welcome everybody to the stream. We will be live in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I've got updated late breaking news on the gold and silver market. I've got more evidence of market manipulation I'm going to present to you this morning. We're going to watch the Comex gold and silver market open. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to answer your questions, help you read the tea leaves. We're going to be live here in 2 minutes. Who's ready? If you're ready, smash the like button and drop a crab in chat. Let's go.
Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me. Gold and silver, who wants it all? Are you ready for the mega gall? We're the crew.
Who won silver or gold in the mega guy? I just gave away 26 ounces of silver. Who won? We'll be live in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Let's get it.
Tidal rhythms in the sand, shiny spoils laid by hand. We're the crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just 50 seconds from being live. Smash that like button. Get ready. We're going to jump right into it. More proof of market manipulation. I'm going to recap what happened yesterday with more evidence. We're going to watch the markets open this morning. What's going to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday the 13th. What's going to happen? We'll be live in 30 seconds. Do you want the old school intro or the little kid intro? Let me know right now in chat.
Dance with me.
Yes, Viola is plugged in. Don't worry.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with me.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The name is International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Over 1,900 videos. Guys, soon we'll be to 2,000 videos. This channel's been around for 9 years, give or take. Thank you so much for the support you've all given. Ladies and gentlemen, we're currently at 63,385 subscribers. That's only 15 subscribers away from 63,400, and that will trigger a big show. And some say if you haven't seen a big show, you haven't lived. And ladies and gentlemen, if you won silver in my channel in 2025, put winner in 2025 in chat. If you want some silver, gold, or copper in 2026, put winner 2026 in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, look at all those winners popping up in chat right now. All you got to do to win some gold, silver from my horde and my mega giveaways. The God Goblin wants to give it to you. All you got to do is subscribe and turn on those notifications. We have a lot of fun here in the Crustacean Nation. 600 people on the stream is so far, and we're only 40 likes away from 200. And I'm about to break down all the information, what's going on. So let me break this down first, and then I will take your questions. So if you're putting a question in chat right now, hold it for a second. I'll let you know when I'm going to take questions. But really quick, I want to give you guys all an update of what's going on. Okay. So we saw what happened yesterday, and some interesting things happened overnight. So yesterday I gave you guys a brief on this chart, and everywhere you see an arrow, there was a gap. There was a gap here. There was a gap here. There was a gap here. And now when I wake up and refresh the chart, there are no gaps. If you remember yesterday, there was major anomalies down here with the volume. Now I wake up the next day. I mean, it's still a little strange, but what happened? All the gaps were magically filled overnight. The volume data was magically fixed overnight. What in the world is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Friday the 13th.
It's my silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now.
It is Friday the 13th and weird things are going on. So anyways, let's look at this chart. But I wanted to point out that those gaps are gone and the volume's been fixed magically somehow. So what happened? What was this big attack here? So if you see here, we went from about 83.14 down to a low down here of like 75.92. Man, these $10 swings are becoming normal for silver, it seems like. But ladies and gentlemen, the people on the internet, the mainstream media, the big bankers want you to think this was normal price action. And I'm going to present to you their thesis and why I believe it's wrong. So let me move this here. And let's real quick check the futures. Let's just see. 77.47 futures. 77.47. So we start out the morning in backwardation. That's funny. After all that, we're starting out in backwardation. Let me just mark that, and then we're going to continue. Okay. So let's go back to here. Okay, so yesterday morning, now we did see the entire stock market sell off yesterday, guys. U.S. stock market. Just look at all the news about the stock market yesterday. Stock market slips, Dow 600. So there was instability in the stock market, but that's what people are trying to use as an excuse. So yesterday in the stock market, in the morning, the T-bills. Now remember, if you want to invest in government debt, there's two ways. There's T-bills, and that's debt you can buy short-term under a year, and there's bonds. That's debt you can buy that's a year or takes a year to mature or longer. So usually the longer you hold a bond or a T-bill for, the more it's worth in return. But yesterday in the morning, the T-bills for the 1 month were higher returns than the 3 month. That signals there's problems in the system. Something is going on. So that was the first indicator yesterday for the U.S. stock market. Now, we saw this big sell-off, but at the same time, look at the DXY. This is the U.S. dollar index. At the same time, we saw this skyrocket. Look at that. Look at that big green bar. Big green bar. That's a BGC, a big green candle. So we saw that shoot up as this shot down, but proportionally, this increase here was nothing compared to this. And proportionally, the U.S. stock market sell-off was nothing compared to what we saw in silver and nothing compared to what we saw in gold, right? But here's what they're going to tell you. It's because the VIX. Now, remember, the VIX is when people are buying puts on the way down. It's protection. And the higher the VIX, the higher the volatility. So they'll say gold and silver markets were super high VIX. It was like 4 or 6 times more than the stock market. That's why. That's the news they're telling you. And then they're pointing to this. This news story came out yesterday by Bloomberg. Russia memo sees return to the dollar system and pitch made for Trump. First off, this is an unsubstantiated memo that mainstream media is reporting on. There's no confirmation if it's real. There's no confirmation if it's a draft, just internal deliberations. No confirmations that went to the Trump administration. Do you really think that Russia is going to say, peace out, China. We're going to join the U.S. over here. Peace out, BRICS nations. We're going to join the U.S. over here. Oh, and we want to get back into the U.S. dollar, which is the very thing you used against us in the beginning of the Ukraine war. Now, I'm not saying I'm for or against Russia in the Ukraine war. I'm not making any political statements here. But if you were Russia and the United States imposed a bunch of sanctions on you and froze all your assets, would you want to go into another gold-backed asset purportedly being created by China with a gold-backed yuan? Or would you want to get the very type of instrument that was used against you? So I believe this memo is nothing more than just noise, smoke, and mirrors. It could be something real, an internal deliberation, a policy memo, and why they should or shouldn't. But it also could just be propaganda to make plays in the system, to get the dollar up. So keep that in mind. So this news from Russia that's being reported everywhere like it's real. I don't think it's real. I think it's just noise. I think it's short-term propaganda and market manipulation. And time will tell. But if there's one thing I'm good at, I've been around the world. I've been to 30-plus countries. I know geopolitics. And there's no way in the world that Russia is going to be like, oh, yeah, we want to get back to the U.S. dollar. Put Russia in chat if you agree with me there. Put you're wrong if you don't agree with me. I'm curious, too. Okay, so there's that. Now, I also believe there was some insider trading going on due to inflation numbers. So this is a possibility, and I don't want to say I believe, I want to say this is a possibility. So why would the U.S. dollar all of a sudden at 11:10 a.m. just shoot up like this? And traditionally, when the U.S. dollar and the DXY shoots up, it puts downward pressure on gold and silver. So traditionally, if the U.S. dollar index increases, it puts downward pressure. If it decreases or goes down, it puts upward pressure, traditionally. So why would this go up like this? There was no other news, not on the Russian memo. The Russian memo came out over here at like 9 a.m. I don't think it was that. I'm thinking it's quite possible that, remember, one of the watch out situations I gave you at the beginning of the week is today. Actually, two of them. But one of them was the US CPI information, the January release. So for inflation, that comes out today. If it's going to be hotter or colder. So maybe the inflation numbers are good. Maybe that leaked internally, close hold, and maybe we saw some insider trading action happen. As we know with many politicians, they go in worth like $50K and come out worth $100 million. They're really good at trading somehow. So what we're going to do is watch the inflation numbers today. If the inflation numbers today are positive, to me that confirms that this could have possibly been from insider trading with knowledge of the inflation report. So we're going to watch that. Now, I did check the repo market overnight. This is the U.S. Federal Reserve of New York. It updates here in another 40 minutes, but as of last night's update, no liquidity was taken out of this. This is the emergency system that was set up after the 2008 great financial crisis, and banks can come here overnight and get emergency liquidity. They just sell off mortgage-backed securities, treasuries, etc. It's supposed to be temporary, and they can get injections of cash. And we saw a lot of that happening in December here. Look at this, near record numbers when the silver short squeeze was in full effect. So we're going to keep watching that. Also, too, I think what was going on, again, with the anomalies we saw in the volume yesterday. And look at, here's the gold chart. Again, magically, somehow those gaps are filled, and somehow the volume is updated. Just weird to me. Could there have been a server overheating? I mean, it is the Comex. Anything's possible. But yesterday we saw abnormal volume. We saw gaps, and now they're gone. But what I believe was happening as well yesterday, so I do believe there was a breakdown in the market, in the stock market. I do believe the DXY shot up because it's right here in front of us. But I do not believe this entire breakdown of over 10% in silver. Over 10%. And by the way, the circuit breakers did not work. They're supposed to work if we move 10% in a 60-minute block. It's supposed to pause for 2 minutes. Zero circuit breakers, but something tells me they'll work perfectly on the way up. But I believe this is a lot of what's called wash trading. And banks can magnify movements up or down by basically what wash trading is, and it's illegal. This is where they start buying and selling the same asset over and over again. So they could buy 100 contracts. And remember, on the Comex, a contract is 5,000 troy ounces. So they could buy 100 contracts and immediately sell it. Buy, immediately sell it. Buy, immediately sell it. What this does is it generates volume, and it also can can cause incremental increases or losses depending on which way the market's going. I also believe there was full-blown spoofing yesterday, and spoofing is when banks open positions, either long or short, and they open positions without the intent of ever executing them. So that would wash trading will show up here in the volume. Spoofing won't show up because they open a position, they know they're never going to execute it. And guys, people always say, that's conspiracy. That's not true. That sounds crazy. Well, all you got to do is go here to X, manipulation, not X, Google, and type in U.S. banks fined. Or actually, let's not even say U.S. Let's just say banks because it's a worldwide thing. And you're going to see here J.P. Morgan Chase paid $920 million fine in 2020. Scotiabank paid $127 million. UBS, Deutsche Bank, $47 million, along with HSBC. Barclays, $44. Guys, this is stuff that happens all the time. It's not conspiracy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the smoking gun. I've got the smoking gun, and here it is on the Shanghai Futures Exchange. Now, this should be, if my math is correct, it's a little hard with the time zones and stuff, but this should be closed now until, and this was a watch-out situation at the beginning of the week, until through the 23rd. So the Shanghai Futures Exchange closed at $88.43. No, I'm sorry, $88.16. It hit a daily high that day before it got smashed of 92.81. So the bankers got their smash down, but how are the bankers manipulating the Shanghai Futures Exchange? You guys, these crashes like this are new. These are new phenomena in the Shanghai Futures Exchange since that last big attack. And if you remember, trading was suspended multiple times, etc. And I'm going to break down for you right now what happened. But really quick, 88.16, this should be closed. We're going to watch it. Normally, we would start trading again around 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 15 minutes from now. But I believe, if my math is correct, that it's closed for the holidays and through the 23rd. Now, here is the smoking gun. And, guys, we got a minute 45 until this opens. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking. The Shanghai Futures Exchange just suspended 2 more accounts for Article 16 violations. Article 16 violation. That's abnormal trading. Many people yesterday were like, nah, Silver and Gold Smackdown was totally normal. Correct. Look at the comments I got, guys. No, this is normal. The whole market was down. Then, why is the Shanghai Futures Exchange punishing accounts for abnormal behavior right after the dump? Obvious attack to front run the next week's Shanghai holiday closure. Shorts getting nervous. Physical squeeze incoming. I will be combing. Oh, it's supposed to say covering. I will be covering this live in the morning. So here we are. And this was broken last 4 hours ago by Just Dario. Breaking. Shanghai Futures Exchange suspends 2 more groups of accounts for trading violations. The groups of accounts suspended in just over a week. This is 22 accounts. So while the Comex is playing funny games and somehow data is getting updated overnight, there's no more gaps. The volume's fixed. It's healed somehow. It's a miracle, I guess. Shanghai is actively suspending people for abnormal behavior. And Just Dario says, I believe the Shanghai Futures Exchange did not like the manipulation of silver overnight futures on Thursday in coordination with traders. And it's right here, right in front of you in Chinese. Ladies and gentlemen, this market is opening here in 9 seconds. Now, it's currently trading, but now we're going to see the U.S. market here in New York really pick up volume. It's time. This is the first candle of the trading session. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 13th, and we're going into a 3-day holiday. Remember, Monday is President's Day. So what do you guys think? Am I on base? Am I off base? Here's what I'll tell you. We got 1,500 people in here, 283 likes. So please smash the like. We only need 20 more to 300. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're only 9 subscribers away from the big show. My name's Intl-Stacker. Coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than Walmart. Okay, now I'm going to look at the chat. If you got questions, make sure you tag me. Look at this. If you tag me at Intl-Stacker, it makes it orange and makes it easy for me to see. So I'm going to start covering questions now. If you've put them already in chat, you're going to have to put them again. Chasing That MILF. Love the name. You guys troll me on that song so much, but I love it. Thank you for being a channel member. JP Morgan, they want your silver, and they want it now. They certainly do. Portagusi says the U.S. CPI January report is minutes away. Portagusi, can you watch that? And can you put in chat and let us know if it's a positive or negative? Please do. 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 Positive would be if inflation is less than the expectation. Negative would be if it's more. Let me know, and that will help to look at that thesis. But guys, we got a pretty big green candle going here. The market's been open just for 1 minute and 19 seconds. But today is Friday the 13th. We've had weeks and days of attacks. Are they going to let us get out of this week unscathed? Are they going to let us pass 80 again? I think this 80 number is the number they want to keep us below at all costs. They want to keep us below $80 an ounce at all costs, and currently at $77. Well, let's call it 78 for math reasons. And Shanghai Futures Exchange closed at 88. We're at a $10 premium from the east to the west. And guys, go to my channel, click videos latest. Watch this video here. $200 silver is real. China's hoarding silver. Here's why. This talks about the physical silver being sucked out of the west and going to the east. And with the $10 premium, that is certainly happening here. Let's see more questions here. 2026 Silver Eagles are going for $96 on ATMEX. Wow. 70.89. So what is that, like an $18 premium? I hit like 10 times. Thank you, JB Skywalker. Interpolation saying you owe us an alert at the start of the stream for backwardation. Backwardation alert. This is a backwardation alert. Thank you, Interpolation, for keeping me honest. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a green candle here. Dare I say it could become a BGC, channel members. But we're just, what would that be? 15, 14, 13. We're 12 and a half minutes away from the danger zone. The danger zone is every morning from 8:15 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is the traditional time where we see big attacks from the bankers on the gold and silver price. So we'll be entering the danger zone here shortly. Let's keep going down for questions. Did you guys like how if you're just joining the stream, you got to watch the stream back at the end. I broke down everything, what happened, what my thoughts are. Do you guys agree with me? Does it make sense? Learned yesterday that velocity logic is why the bankers are not working, says Intl-Stacker. Interesting. You have to tell me more about that. Was one of the Article 16 violations Mortimer? It could have been. And guys, I went a little rogue last night. When everything was going on and all the games were being played, I went rogue and I paid the big bankers a little visit. Here's what I'll tell you with physical gold and silver. The reason why we stack this stuff, there's no counterparty risk. And remember, physical silver and gold is not a get-rich scheme. It's not something you buy for a week and you flip and you sell. It's a mid to long-term hold. But when I say zero counterparty risk, what do I mean? Unlike the physical or unlike the paper markets, this can't get margin called. This can't get liquidated and taken from you. A company can't go out of business. No matter what happens on the paper markets, this is still 10 ounces of silver in my hand. And don't forget, the U.S. made this stuff a critical mineral in December, along with China. Now, as everyone's telling you, it's the same as 1980 and 2011. It's going to crash. It's through. Guys, I'm so bullish. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. I'm so bullish on silver because none of the fundamentals have changed. 1980, 2011, we were in silver production surpluses. We produced more silver than we used. Now we've been in a silver production deficit for 6+ years, and it's getting worse. We hit peak mining production in 2016, and every year since then, silver production's decreased 1 to 3% every year, and it's getting worse. Remember, this stuff right here, silver, is the most conductive metal out there. It's the most reflective metal out there. Some of the best thermodynamic properties. It's antibacterial. It's even in Mrs. International Stacker's yoga pants. This stuff right here, it's not going anywhere. We produce annually about 835 million ounces a year, but we consume more than 1.2 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, the only way out of this is more mines, and mines take 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. So why do we stack this stuff? It's because bankers, the financial experts and governments tell us to stack this stuff. Physical, paper, fiat, currency, and all throughout history, this stuff, when not tied to physical silver, when not tied to physical gold, has literally always gone to zero. And as I plop down this big fat stack of Vietnam dong, I want to remind you that it got so bad in Zimbabwe, they went from $1 million notes to $1 billion notes to $1 trillion notes. And that's why we stack physical gold and silver. And just to put that in, this coin here from 1912 is still worth its weight in silver. It's worth more than all this paper currency that the big banks told their people was a good investment. That is crazy. My question right now, and a big shout out to all the Diamond Claw members on the channel. I really appreciate all your support. Who in chat's got Diamond Claws?
Diamond claws.
I know I certainly do. And remember what I've been saying for a while on this channel, intestinal fortitude. The road's going to be long and full of terrors. There's going to be bumps and bruises. It's going to be scary. People are going to tell you it's over, but I believe there's great rewards for those who stay the course. And Serbian Mike is saying, for Canadians, laws changing Sunday. Government is forcing metal dealers to report unusual purchases. Great. What's an unusual purchase? Do you predict a drop of or flat trading for the next week during the Mega Gustavo? I think they're going to definitely try to play games. Let me go here to some other news that you guys need to see to help answer that question. So look at this. Breaking, the Comex is fighting for its life to stay solvent. Silver registered inventories keep draining, down to just 92 to 93 million ounces now, after another 5 million ounces yanked yesterday. This happened late last night. Just Rashad figured out that they dumped it. Vaults are bleeding out. It's Friday the 13th. 6,000 contracts just rolled over from March to May. Did the Comex offer sweetheart deals to avoid standing for delivery? Desperate shorts buying time. It's nowhere near enough. How long will the Comex inventory crash before the squeeze is real, or how low? Physical demand is winning. So this was a one tweet that was put out last night. And this is Rashad, one of our favorite technical analysts. And he's monitoring right now. Another 6,000 contracts was rolled over from March delivery to May. So that's their game. I guarantee you they're offering premiums. They're offering advantages to people to do it. But they still got 59,000. 59,000 for 18. If we times that by 5,000, that's still 297 million ounces they have to come up with for delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, the D-Day, the delivery day is coming soon, and they are trying their best to win. But in my opinion, they're in full panic mode, which is why we saw the attack yesterday. So injured animals are unpredictable, and we'll see what happens. But I definitely think that the Comex is going to try to do whatever they can to suppress the price, to help them cover shorts, to help them get silver to roll over. Maybe they can entice people. If they could keep the price low enough, they'll want to roll the contract into another month. We're going to find out. But this was the breaking news this morning, was that one. But there's one more here. Okay, I do want to cover this one. It's not the one I'm looking for, but exactly what we spoke about last night on the stream. Wash trading, that's illegal, by the way. And I tagged the FBI and FTC in that. Just Dario says, wow, during the last session, the wash trading on the SLV. Remember, SLV is the ETF for silver. This is the big one. This is what a lot of institutions are in. This is what a lot of people are in, okay? Was off the charts with overall only 2 million shares net sold. Quite a poor result for such an attempted shakeout. Unfortunately, because silver liquidity is razor thin now, it's very hard for our banksters to hide their trail. And look at this. Look at this. Total joke. Total joke. And there's one more here I wanted to show you. Okay, after I text... Okay, well, that's not... Is it this one? Yes. This was late breaking last night. Bankers in full panic mode. 5 million ounces gone from the Comex today. This was late last night when I put this out. Down to 93 million left with 300 million in open interest. Will they go bust? And this is broken by Just Dario. OMG, I cannot believe my eyes. 5 million ounces of physical silver have just been taken out of the Comex registered inventory, and the banksters crashed the price over 10%. Down here, it's kind of hard to see. You'd have to zoom in, but go to my X, previously known as Twitter, and you'll be able to find that. So that's some more of the late breaking news. I'm going to go back to questions in chat, and we're just 4.5 minutes here. 4.5 minutes away from the danger zone. So let me go back to questions in chat. I feel rich, says Jonathan. Awesome. Numbers don't lie. Only the statistician. Yeah, correct. Check email for my explanation. It's wild. Thank you, Oli. I'll have to do that after the stream, but I will. David Jensen explains beautifully why the circuit breakers are not tripping. Texas leading the way with gold and silver coins. It's the long game. Yeah, guys, did you see the story on Texas? That was from Nada. The story in Texas is they've got their own minted gold and silver. It's not legal tender, which is how they're legally allowed to do it. Because remember, states are not allowed to mint their own currency. But it's not legal tender, but people are getting it and stacking it, so that's pretty cool. Make me a millionaire today, says Poet. I've made many millionaires and billionaires in Zimbabwe. How connected should those holding paper ETFs such as SLV and GLD be if they don't are concerned? How concerned if they don't have to worry about margin calls? I mean, if you don't have to worry about margin calls, just buckle up and ride it out. Ultimately, I believe gold and silver is going higher. And again, not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet. And many believe that, not just me, many established and well-known people. So if that's the case and you do not have anything on margin, you can't get liquidated, then the thought would be riding it out could be the best bet for you. But also, it depends. Do you need the money now? The cash? Do you need it later? I always recommend having a physical stack of silver and gold before you ever get into paper. And if you're into paper and you don't have physical silver and gold, you got to pick some of it up. And one of the best ways is just to win it for free on my channel. And all you have to do is subscribe, turn on those notifications. I gave away over 100 ounces of silver, some copper, and gold in 2025. I just gave away 26 ounces here in 2026. But nothing beats having the physical. Get some physical silver and gold in your hand. Start your physical stack. That's what I recommend before you play those paper markets that are heavily manipulated. Because guess what? The paper market, they could crash the price to 1 cent if they wanted to. The physical market, even if it was 1 cent, this is still 10 ounces of silver. That's why I love it. I thought I was going to wake up to Viola, but I guess it was a dream. Next exit wants to see Viola. Guys, she needs a Valentine. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and she's single. She's from Poland. She's looking for a suitor. Who's it going to be?
Yep. What's the robot's name?
Viola.
Viola.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's different. Okay, now, there's one thing we do on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, that some scientists say works 90% of the time, every time, to turn a red candle green or make a green candle into a BGC. We're 1 minute and 30 seconds from the danger zone. It's time for a baby gator.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
I was almost like Chubbs on Happy Gilmore, but we made it out with all the digits. I was live streaming from Boca Raton, Florida, and it was an alligator invested body of water. You guys told me to do a baby gator call because you wanted to see a gator, and a giant iguana jumped and freaked me out. I haven't had that much adrenaline since the Crystal Light World Championship, honestly, in the 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, the name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. About almost 1,900 videos around the world. And when I say around the world, I don't just live stream stuff like this, market coverage. I live stream our journeys to get gold and silver around the world. And it wasn't that long ago, you guys told me to get on a camel.
Take the camel, guys. Camel cam, guys. Eshism here.
The name Daisy.
Daisy the camel, guys. There you go. Oh, wow, look at the 3 pyramids, guys.
We have a lot of fun around the world, so make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 15 seconds. Now we're 10 seconds away from the danger zone. Here we go. We are entering the danger zone. And the danger zone just started right now. We had 2 red candles in a row, but look at the baby gator definitely took a chomp out of that one. Look at that. Definitely took a chomp out of that one. That candle took a second to pop up there. What's going on with that? And we got JT Coin Rings in the house. Thank you so much, JT Coin Rings. Saying hello to the Crustacean Nation. Guys, JT Coin Rings won my giveaway in Egypt. He won some Egyptian cotton and silver. We were on the Nile River live streaming live when we got attacked by pirates.
Okay, this boat is coming like really close to us. Guys, it's gonna hit the boat. Oh, this is not good. Guys, it's a freaking pirate. Oh my gosh, what's happening? All right, guys, look for art. Does anyone see an RPG in there? Oh, he's selling things.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was an industrious salesman, actually. He was selling Egyptian textiles. You guys made me run down to my room. I got Egyptian pounds, dropped it over the wall. Down into the boat. You said I would miss it, but we made it. I got some Egyptian textiles and some Egyptian silver later in a shop, and I gave them back to you. And JT Coin Rings won some. And ladies and gentlemen, we're in the danger zone. We got a big red candle here. Oh my gosh, we did it. If I update this, channel members, you know what to do. If it's 63,400, it's time for the big show. 63,400. Thank you so much. It's time for the big show. Big show.
Featuring regional finalists from all across the United States competing for the title of America's best aerobic athlete. Presenting the reigning
Four-time
aerobic champions.
Introducing
four-time
Crystal Light champion, International Stacker.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida. Four-time Crystal Light champion, 1,900 videos around the world. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions. No, I wasn't actually the Crystal Light champion. People ask me all the time. It's an inside joke on the channel, but it's gotten its own legs here. So it's a steadfast of the channel, and that is the big show. And some say you haven't lived till you've seen it. And Portagoosey in chat is saying 14 minutes till the CPI inflation reports are released. Watching live coverage. Oh, the suspense. Portagoosey is our correspondent down there on the ground, about to feed us the inflation numbers. What are your guys' predictions? What are your guys' predictions? Are we going to come in hot on inflation? Mean inflation's going to be higher than the target, and so that's negative? Or are we going to come in cool? Is the inflation going to be better than the number that's expected? So put hot or cold in chat. I want to see your guys' opinion. And thank you so much, Mr. eBusiness, for subscribing. You are mega. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the danger zone. We've been in the danger zone for about 3 minutes. We got another 18 minutes to go in the danger zone until we make it out. That's this and 2 more candles. So people are saying hot. People are saying cold. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Someone said inflate this. We channel members, if you missed it, we had a war room last night. And if you're a channel member or become a new one, you could just go here to my channel, click membership, and you can watch all the war rooms. Everything that's occurred in the past. I put out a channel member only message yesterday as well. I do want to show that to everybody so everyone understands. So you guys, you see these little icons next to people's names here. And this shows how long they've been a member. So anyone with this gold pan's 1 month, 2 months, the camels 1 month, new member 1 month, 2 months for the camel, 6 months for the crab. Crab gets a crown at 1 year, 2 years, so on and so forth. So those emojis next to their names is not the level of membership they are, but it is the actual time they've been a member. So thank you for all your support, members. And remember, channel members get access to channel member only live streams in the war room. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. Clothing is not optional. Okay, guys, we got about 30 seconds left in this candle. It's going to be a red one for sure. We're in the danger zone for another 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Inflation numbers will come manipulated down, thus metals will continue to go down. And I did cover that at the beginning of the stream, guys. I covered the DXY and why the heck did this giant green bar happen yesterday when that attack happened for gold and silver. So one of my thoughts is that possibly some numbers were leaked from the inflation report. It's going to be positive for the dollar, so we'll see here soon. And JT Coin Rings, look at that. Look at his emoji, 4-time champ. He's been a member for 65 months. Whoa. Too bad it's not 67, because then everyone could put 67 in chat. Hey, the kids love that number these days. But thank you so much for the support, JT. Thank you to all the long-term members. Thank you to all the brand new members. Check out those new custom channel member emojis. And I did want to shout out here 1 second. I wanted to shout out Intl-Stacker for the early super chat they put in chat. And oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, can we get some diamond claws in chat? Congratulations to Greg Thompson. Greg, I will be adding you to the diamond claws map here shortly. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership. Who in chat has diamond claws?
Diamond claws.
Who's got them? And look at that, barcoded droid member for 2 months plus crustacean commander. Only 2 months seems like a lifetime. Guys, so much has happened in these 2 months. So much has happened since October, or really December even. Doesn't it feel like we're all battle hardened now? We're beyond shell shocked. We've got scars, we got bumps and bruises. It's only been a couple months. Isn't that crazy? It feels like it's been a year. So much has been going on. As a matter of fact, let's go back here. I want to cover a few more things for you guys. So NBA Economics is saying next week during Chinese New Year will be the opportune time for Comex to declare a force majeure. Whoa, do you guys think that could happen this coming week? The community is expecting massive slams. Is all of this really that predictable? And then look at this. One of y'all, Roadkill, picked up this on the dip. Who bought the dip? If you bought the dip, just put dip in chat. And guys, I've got vertical and horizontal live stream going on the same time. You're all in the same chat, but if you're watching vertical, you want to come horizontal, it's an option. Horizontal is probably a better experience. And Variable saying, this is what it's like when you have a really large stack of physical silver. How much do you think he's worth? That's funny. Oli Stacker is this video is explaining the velocity logic. Starts at 527. Thank you, Oli. I will go watch that for sure. I bought the dip. Another YouTuber talked about how to reset the circuit breaker, component velocity in it, not just overall percentage gains loss. I mean, look. That's all fun. But if you go here to the Comex's website and you go down here, hold up. Equities, hold up, energy, cryptocurrency, because they're different for everything. I'll have to pull it up, but it is this it? No. I'll have to pull it up. And that could be. It could be some explanation, but I think they make it convoluted on purpose. And I guarantee you on the way up, they're gonna perform very well. We're gonna see 1 million of them. Not on the way down though. International Stacker says Variable, paper versus physical. That can be only one. There can be only one, says Variable. Love it. Some crabs from Vega Jane. Okay, let's go back to here and let's look at the late breaking news this morning as we've got just 6 minutes left here in this danger zone. Refresh that. And like I've heard it all the time, the circuit breakers don't work because of this. The circuit breakers don't work because of that. There's rampant manipulation going on. The Comex is ignoring it. In October, they literally shut down their servers because they overheated on the coldest night of the year. Like, people keep giving the Comex and these folks helping to collude and push suppression of gold and silver. Oh, well, it's because of this. Oh, it's completely corrupt, in my opinion. Allegedly, not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. And the Shanghai Futures Exchange is suspending accounts for market manipulation. But nothing's happening on the Comex. 5 years from now, we're gonna see articles like this. Oh, J.P. Morgan Chase was fined $1 billion for the market manipulation in 2025 to 2026. But they will have made more and the damage will have been done by them. So, let's stop giving them the benefit of the doubt when they will crush you and your entire bloodline without even blinking an eye. That's my opinion. Shanghai's enforcing it. They're enforcing their articles. They're enforcing the rules. Comex is not. And I guarantee you, we're going to see some funny business when silver starts to go up again. Watch out. Silver volatility is on the rise with the rising prices, says Just Dario. Definitely. There's definitely volatility out there. Rashad, one of our favorite technical... Hey, guys, am I on base or off base? Let me know in chat what you think. But people keep giving the Comex the benefit of the... Oh, it's normal. Oh, well, it's this logic. Oh, well, it's this thing down here. It should work. But when it goes the other way, they just shut the servers down for 5 hours. Yesterday's slam caused a lot of unease among gold and silver bugs. Are you guys shaken or unshaken? Intestinal fortitude. Are you unshaken? I am unshaken. I am unshaken. Later today, Chinese holiday. Chinese traders will therefore buy. Okay, so this is something I've been talking about as well. Like, do I think that Comex is going to play games and slam? Yeah, but here's the thing. Right now, we've got a $10 premium from the west to the east. And look at this. From later today, the Shanghai Gold Exchange, Shanghai Futures Exchange, and let me make sure it's actually, yeah, it is closed, are shut for the Chinese holiday week. Chinese traders will therefore need to buy silver on Western markets to cover their shorts urgently before February 27th, because that is a drop-dead date for the Shanghai Futures Exchange. Thankfully for them, Western exchanges are virtually giving away their metal. So we could see a rush on silver from the east to the west to cover their shorts before the 27th on the Shanghai Futures Exchange. Remember, I covered that tweet the other day. They sent out a notice that you've got to back your short positions. So this is definitely a watch out situation. Look for increased drains and runs on physical silver before the Shanghai Futures Exchange deadline for shorts to be hedged. Definitely is a watch out situation there. Let's put that out. Let's go back to the chart, guys. We've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this danger zone, and I'm wondering if we're going to form what's called the DTB. You'll see it nowhere else. And Sean Cross in chat, thank you for the super chat, says, I'm startled. I'm startled. That's funny. And AG Farmer says, unshaken diamond claws, 42 years. That's mega. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if we get a DTB. It's a word I don't say out loud. You're not going to find it in any technical analysis. I only say it on low breath. The devil's teabag. So we'll see what happens there. And thank you, everybody, for joining. We're only 80 likes away from 600. I know we could do that. Keep subscribing. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to find you guys any late-breaking news. So yesterday, the story from Bloomberg, a leaked memo from Russia says they're going to get back in alignment with the dollar. And the story today is breaking. Kremlin warns dollar's free ride is over. Time to earn its place. This is today. Kremlin spokesman, sharp reality check and fresh comments to journalists. He made it crystal clear if the U.S. stops weaponizing the dollar through restrictions, the greenback will have to fight for relevance like any other currency. No more automatic dominance. So yesterday they wanted you to believe, oh, there's a leaked memo. And I don't have any more. Here it is. There's a leaked memo and Russia wants to return back to the dollar. And now I called BS on that immediately just because, guys, geopolitics, that makes zero sense. They're going to leave China and the BRICS nations behind. And now here we go. Now we're seeing articles today. Dollar's free ride is over. I mean, could it be any more clear? Thank you so much to Gary for becoming a channel member. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. Channel members get access to channel member only live streams in the war room. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. So that's funny. Bullion Star, we sat down with Lynette Zhang. Guys, I've had her on the channel. She's great. She's a legend. If you don't know her, subscribe. She does a lot of great work to understand why gold and silver volatility is accelerating. So I'm sure that's great. This thing we're seeing here about President Trump reversing tariffs on metals doesn't really affect us because there's no tariffs on gold and silver. Guys, are we getting a DTB? We are out of the danger zone. And how funny is that? As soon as we're out of the danger zone, a green spike. Here we go. Buckle up. Wow. We just took out two targets. We just took out 2 targets immediately. We're going higher here. What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I got breaking news. I got live feed coming in right now from the Comex. Poor Mortimer. Did the inflation, did the CPI come out? Let's see if the DXY is, oh, look at this. Inflation report must have been bad. The DXY, this is the dollar index. Big red candle. And we got a big green candle. We're in huge backwardation, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's refresh this. 77 and a 21. Whoa, the inflation must have been negative? Wow, backwardation alert. Oh my gosh. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if it can hold on. We just got up to 79.11. We're close to 80. Remember, that 80 number is what the bankers desperately want to keep us below during this session, but can they? The CPI report came out negative 2% for, so let's see. Let's go here. Let's see what people are saying. CPI report. So it came in lower than expected. And that's negative to the dollar. That makes no sense. Inflation came in lower than expected. Why is the dollar going down on that news? Wait, is there other news? This just came out. That's interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll take it. That is definitely not a DTB. But let's see what happens here. Yeah, the dollar should be higher on that news. I don't understand why the dollar's down. Is there other news? Is there other news? Does anyone know of other news that came out? That's China started dropping bombs, someone said. International Stacker, the real tax. Thank you, Shugazam. I'll watch that later. I'm sure it's great. It's Milton Friedman quotes. Running out of time. That's from Shift. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, here's an update from Gold Silver HQ. 2026 year to date, silver or gold is up 15%. Even after all the attacks. All the attacks. Gold is up 15%, and it just hit we'll fill that gap so we can delete that. Gold just hit over 5,000 again, 5,001 after all that. So after all this, gold is up 15%, silver's up 8%, bonds 2%, S&P down 0.4%, Bitcoin's down 24%. Alert. After all their attacks, record manipulation, here is how we stand. And guys, 8% return. There's a lot of people that would be like, oh, that's a great investment, 8% return. But according to everyone, it's over. It's over. We're screwed. Okay, let's go back to chat. Lower inflation, higher chance of rate cut. Lower dollar on rate cut. Oh, maybe. RCG, I think RCG has it. If it's lower inflation, a higher chance of rate cut. Lower dollar on rate cut. Maybe. But I mean, rate cuts are baked in at this point. The new chairman, doesn't he take over in March? Let's see. When does new Fed Reserve chair take office? May. So we still got a little bit of time. May. Okay. Second aircraft carrier headed to the Middle East. Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed? Let's look. Gerald Ford. Is it actually going? If it is going, remember, one of the watch out situations, I'm going to have brand new watch out situations for you this coming week. But the watch out situations I gave you at the beginning of this week was February 9th, the 100-ounce... Hold up, let me fix that. The 100-ounce Comex contract. Sorry, I got something in my throat. February 13th, today, there's 2 watch-out situations. There's a possible government shutdown today of DHS. So it'll only be partial. It's just for DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Also today, the CPA data came out, so that was a big watch-out situation. We'll look at the effect there. U.S.-Iranian talks. So there's one carrier task force there. If another one's headed there, that's going to heat things up. Geopolitics, instability usually is bullish for gold and silver. And then February 16th to 23rd next week is China shut down. We're going to see what games the Comex is going to play. Thank you guys for all the updates on the inflation. Oh, wow. Reports are coming in that the spike is due to a gator birth rate increase. Says it's Maggie. That's funny. That's really funny. All right, let's cover the news here. Guys, please subscribe. Please smash the like button. We're only 40 likes away from 600. I know we could do that. Axios has it. Okay, thank you, Ralph. So if it's on Axios, it's most likely true. Axios aircraft. Thank you, Becky, so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a channel member. Yeah, here it is. Trump sends second aircraft carrier to the Gulf. Wow, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Instability, guys. That's a watch out situation. Geopolitics. That's a watch out situation. Someone's saying 80 is the new resistance level for us. Who's saying that? Oh, House is saying that 80 is the new resistance level. We'll see. We'll see if we can get there. Right now, we're hitting the roof at 79.25. Let's get another target in here for us. Let's get another target in here for us, or 2. And we'll set a target there. 79.58. And probably right around there. So now we got some more targets. And I would love to finish over 80 today, but the day's still early. Yesterday, I'm like, we're probably going to crab walk sideways, maybe have an afternoon rally. But I did not I did not predict, like, that was if everything kept moving the same it was. And bang! Major market attack and manipulation there. So I'd love to finish the day at over 80. That would be a big, like, that would be like a slap in the face to the bankers after all these attacks. But again, we have no idea what tricks they have up their sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday the 13th.
It's my silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now.
It is Friday the 13th. It's your silver and you want it now. Call JG Wentworth 877 silver now. Is that on there? We don't break out. We will break down to 70, says O House. Okay, O House is saying if we don't break 80, we will break down to 70. But crustaceans are ready for it. So inverse head and shoulder pattern confirmed. Well, let's see here. Let's go to Rashad. He's the one that's been keeping us up to date on that. Let's see here. So his original post. Okay, silver formed a right shoulder as well as a higher low. Looking good, ready for a big upside. So he's saying this is left shoulder, this is head, this is right shoulder. And the right shoulder, for this to be true, has to be higher. It is a little higher. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think this looks like an inverse head and shoulders if you're into technical analysis, or do you think it's a bit of a stretch? What do you think? Let's pull up a textbook example. Inverse head and shoulders. Let's pull it up. Let's compare. Let's see if I just go to images here. So there we go. Left shoulder, head. That almost looks like a DTB. Right, guys, you know what I just realized? An inverse head and shoulder is a triple DTB. Look at that. Whoa. So that is what the inverse head and shoulders looks like. Let's go back to Rashad here. I mean, what do you guys think? Is it? What do you guys think? Let's go back here to news. And thank you so much to Andy Bryan for becoming a channel member. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. And the next time we have a war room, I'll be seeing you in the war room. That's channel member only live stream here on YouTube. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. What do you guys think? Is that an inverse head and shoulders? Do you see it? Is it like looking at the clouds where we all see different things? I try to look at stuff objectively and not let my bias, inform my trading positions. Breaking Cisco systems. Wow. Look at this, guys. We keep seeing big time entities having made. Look, that's 12%. They must have come out with horrible earnings or something. Does anyone know? Did Costco report horrible earnings? That's crazy. It was Amazon the other day. Look at this. 121 silver never happened. Attention. Welcome to Friday, the 13th. Welcome to Friday, the 13th. Let's put a little ghoul here. There you go. That's funny. That's what the big bankers want you to think. Look at here, James. He's very connected in gold and silver. And what he's saying is bought some palladium bullion yesterday. Whoa, on a silly price dip below. Who in chat's stacking platinum and palladium? I am solely gold and silver, but who is getting platinum, who's getting palladium, or both? Put it in chat. I'm curious. Okay. Florida just made gold and silver legal tender. They didn't just make it. That was House Bill 999 that passed last year. But now they're working on the rules and implementing it. So, I mean, I guess that could be true. Like, technically. Commercial real estate is going down. Look at that. Guys, there's a lot of instability in the market. We're going to stay open here. The next big trigger this morning, we made it through the danger zone. We made it through the danger zone, and the next big shoot a drop here is the stock market open. What's going to happen when the stock market opens on that inflation data? On the second carrier strike group being sent to the Middle East. And guys, carriers don't just travel on their own. They travel with giant strike groups. Watch. How large is a carrier strike group? Watch how big this is. You're going to be shocked. Okay, typical carrier strike group is the flagship, the aircraft carrier. And those have a... So this whole thing has about 7,500 personnel and 65 to 70 aircraft. It's got a carrier air wing, 65 to 70 aircraft. It's got surface combatants, usually 1 to 2 guided missiles, cruisers, 2 to 3 guided missile destroyers, 1 to 2 submarines, nuclear powered, and a bunch of logistics ships. So, I mean, it's a big deal, a carrier strike group. We've already got one there and another one's heading there. You're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars. Okay, let's see here. Floyd Lawton saying, you should have a financial advisor on a guest show and say you're not a financial advisor, and they can chime in and say, but I am. That would be fun. Trump just signed an order voiding EPA regulations on vehicle smog. Catalytic converters may go away. I didn't hear that, Ralph. I heard that the automatic switch is going away, which I support. Who in chat supports, you know how your car will automatically shut off at like a stoplight or a stop sign? It's been shown to be really not that effective, and it's much harder on your car. Who's going to be who's happy that that's going away now? It's not a requirement anymore. The car company might still do it, but it's not a requirement. The next correction will be private credit and real estate, says Max. Ooh, interesting, Max. Could be. Sloppy Thumb saying, but with China closing next week, it's going to be hard to fight the big banks back without China to buy. I mean, maybe, maybe not. Like, they can only smash it down so much. And I just covered at the beginning of the stream, China just suspended another 2 accounts for abnormal trading. So China's suspended over 22 accounts in the last week. So they're smashing them down. And you can only smash this price so low before really exposing yourselves, because it's at $88. It's just ran down to 88. Let's round this down to 78. So you're talking about a $10 premium right now from the east to west, okay? If that premium gets even more, you're going to see a physical drain of silver from west to east. Watch this video. Go to my channel's videos latest and watch $200 silver is real. China's hoarding silver. Here's why. Look at the thumbnail. That's a vacuum cleaner from China sucking up all the silver. So it's a very dangerous thing to drive this price down too low to where that is so high, because you'll have physical silver leaving. And a lot of people are postulating, and I've been postulating here for probably the last week, that I think Chinese traders from China, now that it's closed there, are going to come here seeking physical silver. And remember, there was just a rule passed by the Shanghai Futures Exchange where they're now requiring actual hedging of physical silver for the shorts. So a bunch of shorts need to be covered. There's that billionaire. So, ladies and gentlemen, things could get interesting this coming week. I code the auto off out of every car. I'm not replacing starters every 50,000. Yeah. My car, I've got it. If I switch it to like, my car has a sport mode thing on it. And if I trigger that, then it won't turn on. So I just have to always trigger that. It's annoying. Every financial messenger say I'm a financial manager, but not yours online. Yeah. So see, I say I'm not a financial advisor, and they go, I'm a financial advisor, but not yours. The fuel management devices are stupid. Thank God they're going away. I know. I'm so happy about that. Have you invested in any mining stocks since you last discussed this topic? I have. Stupid stacking. Again, guys, not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet. And I highly, my suggestion, my personal opinion, not financial advice, is to make sure, sorry, I'm logging in, is to make sure your physical stack is on point before you ever think about paper markets. But yesterday I did buy the dips. I'll tell you guys what I bought if you want. But again, this is not financial advice. These could be losers. You could put all your money in it and go bankrupt. But I'll tell you what I did if you want to know. That's what my channel is all about, sharing my triumphs, my mistakes, my epic wins with you all. So let me know if you want to hear them. I'll tell you. When does the Comex start suspending accounts? I mean, when do they? Al Jazari? I don't know. They need to get it together and actually start holding people accountable. I think next week would be contrary to expected of a Comex crashing the price. I think next week would be contrary to expect, and that's what some people are saying, Ollie. Everyone's expecting the price to be smashed next week. So is it really that predictable? Is it really that easy? I don't know. Bought WPM yesterday and immediately lost $9, says Rick Harrison. Well, it was a down day, of course. Okay, here's what I bought yesterday. And again, guys, not a financial advisor. But here's the positions I took out. And these weren't massive, but I upped my positions in all of these. So I upped my positions in a GLDG, UUUFF, SILJ, USGO, FSM, EXK, ASM, GLD. That's it. So that's what I added to yesterday. GLD, UUUFF, SILJ, USGO, FSM, EXK, and ASM. Is that it? Yeah. I did a couple rounds of buying yesterday. So we'll see what happens, guys. The next big indicator here is 40 minutes away. That's when the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who's going to stay here with me? We got 1,600 people on this chat. We only need 45 more likes to 700. I know we can certainly do that. Who's going to stay with me? Who's going to hang out? Let's go back to here. Let's go back to the news. Or we'll see what you guys are saying. Okay, now is evolution. IS, I am not going to argue with that guy as he clearly knows his stuff. Best wishes from Northern England. Okay, let's see. Silver is a rigged market, and the criminal banksters have been repeatedly fined hundreds of millions of dollars for their criminal activities. Changed my mind. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, and this is from Variable. The banksters trying to crush silver price. Laugh out loud. What was the problem here? Not enough skill, not enough experience, not enough speed. Whoa, look at that. Ouch. That's funny, Variable. But not funny for that guy. The next 10 days are meant to be meant to be a spectacle in silver markets. That's what they said. Okay, get back to here. And Rob in chat, channel member, saying, we channel members do here request a lost and found bin to be placed in the war room. Variable lost another pair of socks. You guys, clothing is not optional in the war room. How do some Reckless Metals left a shirt? Now Variable left his socks. Oh my gosh. Becky, look at that bar. Rick Harrison's don't get discouraged. Eye on the average cost basis. Yeah. And guys, that tweet I just put out. Do not get discouraged. Do not get dismayed. Remember, intestinal fortitude. The road is long and full of terrors. This one right here. Oh, hold up. It's freezing. There we go. Even with all the attacks year to date, gold's up 15%. Silver's up 8%. Bonds are up 2%. S&P's down 0.4%. Bitcoin's down 24%. Oof. Ouch. That's definitely going to leave a mark. Ball Guy Money saying, for mining stock holders, the road to heaven often feels like the road to hell. I entered in July 2023. It's been a wild ride so far. Shanghai Futures Exchange silver vol up 4 metric tons this week. Wow, total 354. So as Comex is draining, more is going to China. Guys, is this exactly what I was talking about, this vacuum? Sucking silver up from the west to the east? 4 metric tons, where did that come from? That's the question. And Floyd Lawton in chat saying, did you see Helka Mining will double their 2025 exploration development investments in 2026? I did not. But guys, there's about to become a lot of earnings reports are going to come out soon for miners. Let me see. I do have Helka. Hold up. Let me see here. Yeah, I did not add to Helka, but I definitely hold Helka. Maybe my next buying round, I'll up them a little bit. I would... okay, this is Chasing That Mel. Thank you for being a channel member. I would stay bit. I'm off gold panning today. Oh, have awesome time. Gold panning, Chasing That MILF. Thank you, Lying Dogface Pony Soldier. Just gifted 1 International Stacker membership. And that just went to Bellows Forge. Congratulations. You're now a channel member. Bellows Forge, make sure you say thank you to Lying Dogface Pony Soldier. And check out your new custom channel member emojis below. And remember, channel members get access to channel member-only live streams here in the War Room. And what happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. We had one yesterday. It was pretty fun. I still have my shorts. I'm good, says Rick Harrison. A guy to bite out a bit of a Bitcoin. Whoa. I've been buying maples and Perths and guineas, and it makes me feel like a pirate hoarding. Yeah, do you guys feel like a pirate hoarding your treasure? What's Shanghai's price doing now? Ali, it's closed. Shanghai is closed. It closed at 88.16. It is closed until February 20 or through February 23rd. Yeah, the new aircraft carrier certainly is going to be bullish for gold and silver. It's closed. And we've got just 34 minutes left here. Okay, guys, here's the situation. I'm out of Mrs. International Stacker coffee. I'm going to Raptor run. I need someone to time me. I should be able to do this in about 30 seconds. I'm going to run and refill this coffee. I'll be right back in 30 seconds. Who's going to Raptor run with me? I need someone to time me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Hecla. I'm sorry. It's Hecla. Thank you. Hecla. I always get that wrong. Hecla. Thank you. Okay, here I go. 3, 2, 1. I'm back. What's my time? What's my time? I'm back. I just did a full-blown Raptor run through the house. What's my time? Whoa. What is this? Oh, US. Wow, look at the breakdown in the DXY. Wow. Eesh. What do I put in my coffee? Just a splash of milk. That's it. So Rick Harrison saying Hecla in December 2024, $5.07 a share. So I'm well shielded. Still buying dips. Awesome, Rick. And guys, we've got 32 minutes until the market opens in the stock market. And we could see some pretty big movements here with the inflation report, everything else that's going on, global instability. Tell me you don't understand anything about gold and silver without telling me how China's unruly speculators might be fueling the frenzy in the gold market. That's funny. Guys, I got something in my throat. There we go. I'm trying to find you guys late breaking news here. Whoa, look at this. Chinese New Year generosity. A company that performed very well decided, instead of having New Year's pizza party, to give cash to its employees. Each brick and mortar employee can receive 100,000 RMB. That's 14,500. Look at this. Look at all that cash. Look at all that cash. People are like, was that a suitcase? They're putting their cash bricks in suitcase. Wow. That's a mega giveaway right there. Did you see Ajinko Eagle earnings this morning? No, I didn't. I have to look. Do you get your milk from Canadian Maples? No. Are you talking about the coin? Do you think I milk coins? What was that? What was that movie? What was it called? With Ben Stiller when he got caught and he's like, "Oh, what were you doing with the cat? I was trying to milk the cat." And he's like, "What? You can milk anything with nipples." Was it Meet the Parents? What was that called with Ben Stiller? That was such a funny movie. That January jobs report, wait for revision to come in negative 50,000. And no one will notice. I know, dropping the mic. I know. Gold and silver rise after release of CPI report, says Tom in chat. January CPI data shows 12-month inflation cooling to 2.4% from December's 2.7%. Economists surveyed by... Okay, so Tom, question for you and question for everyone in chat. When we first saw that report come out, we had this massive green candle, and we saw a massive red candle in the DXY, and I'm like, why would the dollar get weaker if the inflation is lowering, right? So on paper, the economy is getting better. Why would the dollar lose value? And someone postulates that inflation going down is going to guarantee additional rate cuts which is why the dollar's losing value. What do you think in chat? Does that make sense? Do you think that's what it is, or do you think it's something else? Because at first I'm like, what the heck? Inflation being better than expected, why would the dollar go down? But do you guys think that's the reason? It's that lettuce from a week ago. So meet the Fockers. That's right. Have you heard anything across the border payments on unit is currently being tested now? No, stupid stacking. I've not. When are you giving away a suitcase full of gold? Dude, that would be cool. There is a big box full of gold backs. I put the video out on some couple shorts. I think it's here. Here, look at this. This is the Monster Box Gold Stack Ultimate Stacker. Look at this. This is of gold backs. Look how sick this is. And price went exponential after I filmed this. I should have bought it. Look at this. At the time, this was $42,000 in gold backs. Isn't that cool? That's how I want to be paid. I don't want suitcases of hundos. Benjamins. I want a suitcase full of gold backs. That'd be so cool. Rick Harrison says, stacking silver is like a bad relationship. I know I should stop, but I'm too invested in my marriage. That's funny. The Real Geared Up Survival says, if we practice sit-ups at night, could that help improve our intestinal fortitude? Asking for a crab. It certainly could. And Real Geared Up Survival, I showed your video earlier in honor of Friday the 13th. If you guys want to really quickly see Geared Up Survival's video again in honor of Friday the 13th, put Friday the 13th in chat. And someone says, what happens to silver? And then, wait, what happens when we go to buy silver and they don't want our cash? Exactly, Al Jezri. That's coming. And thank you, El Haverstein, for becoming a Crab Cadet. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. Really appreciate the support. Channel members get access to member-only live streams here on YouTube in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. And a big shout-out to all the members, and a big shout-out as well to all the Diamond Claw members in the chat. Really appreciate your guys' support. Who in chat has Diamond Claws?
Diamond claws.
I know I do. I think, do you all have diamond claws? Do you have diamond hands? I know we have a diamond scorpion in chat earlier. Who's diamonds? You just showed us all those gold backs and I slobbered on my phone. I know, JC. I want that thing. Imagine if I gave one of those away. Oh my gosh. That would be such a crazy giveaway. I never really got into gold backs. Would much rather have rounds. You know, Sean, the thing that's nice about gold backs is it gives people exposure to fractional gold. Oh, I picked up something recently. 1 second. So until now, the only way to get fractional gold below like a 10th ounce, I mean, there's like 20 ounce coins out there, but really has been gold backs. So a lot of people can get access exposure to gold that way. Now, the number one thing people say is, well, it has 100% premium. But from my experience, and I flipped them, I've sold them along the way, I've bought a bunch. I'm always able to sell them for the going rate. And when I first got gold backs, they were like $2 a gold back. Now they're like $9. So it's been growing exponential and with the price of gold. And there's a bunch of businesses across the country that accept them. And they accept them at the rate that's in the gold back website. So that is the common thing people say, but I've never had a problem. But what I like about them is it gives people access to fractional gold who otherwise wouldn't. But I did just pick this up. This is a 1/100th of an ounce. So Germania Mint is doing fractional gold right now. Hold up. Let me peel this off. Whoop. So Germania Mint is doing fractional gold now. So not just gold backs, but now you can get it's expensive. Of course it's expensive. I mean, anytime you have anything fractional, it's going to be expensive, let alone gold. But I want to show you guys on the coin scope what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It's their flagship Germania gal. So there's the front. And there's the back. 1/100th of an ounce. So let's see. Let's see here. How many grams? It's going to be under a gram. Is one, or maybe not, 100th of an ounce. Yeah. 0.31 grams. So you could get 1 gram bars, but now Germanium Mint's putting out smaller stuff. So again, more exposure to gold. And I mean, how much is 0.31 grams worth now? Well, let's see. Let's calculate this. That bar right now is worth 0.31. And it's $9.99. So that 0.31, that's worth $50. So this little guy here, this fractional gold is worth $50. That used to be like what a gram went for. Crazy times. And Stephen Canivo is saying, just got some silver in my mailbox. Quarter ounce Libertad. Awesome. I love those. How thin is it? Someone's saying. I mean, it's hard to see. It's not too thin, honestly. I mean, let me look at this. I don't know, maybe 5 sheets of paper thin. Not as thin as you would think. Okay, let's go back up here. Maybe I'll give that away in a future Mega Ga. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to win that gold on a future giveaway? Okay, and people did respond. They do want to see the Friday the 13th. So, guys, on my last Mega Ga, that's why you got to be subscribed, turn on the notifications. I gave away over 100 ounces of silver, some copper and gold on this channel in 2025. If you won in 2025, put winner 2025 in chat. I just gave away 26 ounces of silver, some gold, and pounds of copper. If you won in 2026, put winner 2026 in chat. And the Real Geared Up Survival won a surprise, a secret prize, because he submitted the most creative and fun video. And here it is. He wants his silver, and he wants it now, and it's apropos because it is Friday the 13th.
It's my silver, and I want it now. My silver, and I want it now. My silver, and I want it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your silver, and you want it now.
It's his silver, and he wants it now. So shout out to Real Geared Up. He's a creator. Go check him out. Go check him out. He is a creator. He's got some fun videos. Let's see. Where is he at in chat? Where are you at? There he is. Let's go check out. Let's see how he's doing. Real Geared Up Survival is currently at 747 subscribers. So if you want to follow a brand new creator with a sense of humor similar to mine, putting out some fun videos, this is his channel. I'll drop the link in chat. 1,000 subscribers is really big for any creator because that's when you can get monetized, and that's when the algorithm really starts paying attention to you. So if you like fun videos, lighthearted videos, go check them out. It'd be cool to get them to 1,000. It'd be pretty dang cool. It wasn't easy explaining to my wife while I was... Okay, the Real Geared Up Survival says, it wasn't easy to explain to my wife while I was climbing out of the fridge, but then I showed her silver. Thank you again, IS. Congratulations. Oh, that's funny. So did she give you a hard time for it? And then you're like, here we go, end result. That's funny. Kinesis Money just put out their latest video with Andrew McGuire, The Dawn of the Silver Yuan. Whoa. Thank you, Portuguese. I'll check that out. We've been talking about gold back yuan, but wow, could they do silver? Or could it be silver and gold? And ladies and gentlemen, we've been open for 39 minutes here. Made it through the danger zone, had a BGC, big green candle. The DXY had a massive drop, I think off inflation report. We got 20 minutes here till the stock market opens. I'm going to stay live till at least then. We're going to see together what happens. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at 63,427 subscribers. That means we only need 33 more subscribers until not 33, 73 subscribers till the next big show. Some say if you have not seen a big show, you haven't lived, and you got to be subscribed anyway to win silver, gold, and copper. So make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications, and we're only 51 likes away from 800. Whoever is the 800th like is going to get good luck for 7 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it's science. Let's go here. Okay, Rashad saying gold is not out of the woods yet. Despite adding so far 1.3% on the day, it needs to be regain a broken trend line. So this is a trend line he's put here. It's got to get above that trend line per Rashad. Looks like a baby gator is in order. Who's with me? Who wants a baby gator? Go retweet this. If you want a baby gator, go retweet this. Rashad's okay, we did that. Silver trickles into the Shanghai Futures Exchange. 126,000 ounces added. See, silver going from the west to the east. Girlfriend, I hope you get me something big and red for Valentine's. Me. These are all their stocks just down. That's funny. Okay, guys. We're going to do a special edition Baby Gator to get this up. We need to regain that trend line. Guys, I live stream all over the world. I showed you guys Egypt earlier, the Nile. But it was not that long ago. I was in Boca Raton, Florida with y'all, giving you guys watch out situations, talking about the market. There was a gator-infested body of water, and you all wanted me to try to summon one. You guys taught me live the baby gator call. And some scientists say that when we use it now, 90% of the time, every time, that it can turn a red candle green or make a green candle into a BGC. And guys, we need a BGC right now. We need to get over this 5,000 to regain the trend line. Ladies and gentlemen, the baby gator.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
I had an adrenaline rush. I haven't had an adrenaline rush like that since the 80s. Rick Harrison saying, explain to your spouse that buying $1,000 worth of junk silver isn't spending money. It's just changing the color of the paper. Yeah. That is a hard concept for people to get. Guys, I've got something to help you. If you've got a spouse that doesn't understand stacking or is against it, a significant other, if you got a friend or family member you want to try to win over, I've used this technique multiple times, and it's worked every single time. And to be clear, Mrs. IS was supportive of silver from the start, so that was fortunate. But every time I've used this technique, it was successful. None of my families were stackers. I got them all together, provided some food, and then I did a trivia giveaway after each episode. It's called The Hidden Secrets of Money. So just go to YouTube, type in Mike Maloney. And by the way, if you're religious, say a little prayer for him. Secrets of Money. He has prostate cancer, so say a little prayer for him. But he's been great in the silver and gold community, and he made this. It's called Hidden Secrets of Money, and this can help win new people over. I've got a 100% success rate for it. You invite them over, whatever their love language is. After each episode, you give them some food. You give them $5. You give them a beer, whatever it takes. And usually after episode 2, they're sold. If you are a gold and silver stacker and you've never seen this, you're going to watch this and feel like a genius for stacking gold and silver. So I highly recommend it. Again, just go to YouTube and type in Mike Maloney, Hidden Secrets of Money. The episode's only 30 minutes. Guys, this will change your viewpoint. This will make you feel like a rock star for stacking like you've stacked. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just 15 minutes and 10 seconds away from the stock market opening. What's going to happen? I'm going to draw some arrows on here. Are you team green? Are you team red? Are we going higher or are we going lower when the stock market opens? In just 15 minutes, that's only 3 candles away, so it'll probably be like there. What do you guys think? Team green or team red? And if you think it's going to go down, you can say team red. It doesn't mean you're anti-silver. But let's see what you guys think. Team green or team red? What's going to happen when stock market opens here? I received one of my orders from TD Bank in Canada. Only 46 days for delivery. Wow, that boy from around here. That's crazy. Wow. And guys, in Canada, it's pretty cool. You can go into post offices and buy silver and gold, and you can do that in banks too, right, my Canadian friends? That's pretty cool. I wish you could walk into banks here in the United States or post offices and buy gold and silver. That would be sweet. CPI came in slightly cooler than expected, says Tom. That reduces immediate rate hike pressure. Yields dip. Dollar softens. Metals bounce. Okay, we'll go here. Wait, SLV premiums, okay. It says you should be in hell, but since you bought junior mining stocks, it's time served. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Intestinal fortitude, guys. I'm unshaken. Are you? Okay, we are under 15 minutes away. Let's go back to the chart here. I'm going to go back to chat and see what you guys are saying. I've been stacking silver for 3 years, but I've been stacking bullets for 30, says John. Awesome. Hate me if you want. I want a red candle down to the upper 60s so I can buy more. Okay. How many people would love to see silver get smashed this next week down to the 60s just for buying opportunities? Put smash down if that's what you secretly want, but you're afraid to say it publicly. Let me know. Let's see. Ali, channel member, thank you for the support, saying, if the Fed Watch tool of the CME raises expectations of a Fed cut as a response to inflation data, yes, it's plausible. It might be the cause of why silver's going up. Thank you for that, Ali. I think that's sound analysis. Look at all the secret smash downs we have in chat. Guys, every time the price of silver and gold gets smashed, I see it as a blessing. Thank you for letting me accumulate more. And to be clear, I could have gone another couple years under $20 an ounce. When I first started, my cheapest ounce I ever got was like $13 and like 30 cents or 20 or 18 cents or something like that. What's the cheapest silver you ever got, ladies and gentlemen? Put it in chat. What's the cheapest silver and what year was it? And a big thank you to Tom Jensen. Joins as a channel member, just became a Diamond Claw. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. Remember, channel members get access to channel member only live streams in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. And a big shout out, and soon here, Tom, you're going to be on here. A big shout out and thank you to all the Diamond Claws and all the members in chat. Who has Diamond Claws?
Diamond claws.
And guys, we did figure out something on that video. I'm going to play it again. Before, we thought the lady behind was a Karen because we thought she was looking like triggered, like she wanted to write a letter to the Fun Coin Show. That's where that was at. But if you look at her right hand, it's open, then it closes. She might be a secret crustacean. Watch. Hand open, close. Okay, let me show you again. Watch her hand, her right hand. Open, close. Is she doing the diamond claw with him? Look at that. In solidarity, open, close. She might be a secret crustacean. I'm still buying Sprott physically backed silver gold shares. It's trading $5 or 5% below NAV. Avon, so are you in SILJ? I've got some SILJ. That is a ETF run by Eric Sprott. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet. I'm looking forward to a flea market and free price discovery. Cheapest price in 2015, 2017 was 19 an ounce. Nice, Brent. Okay, so let's see what you guys paid. Let's see who has the record. So, okay, 22, 16, 17, 12. So Michael's in the lead with 12. Wow, $3.30 in 1989 from 27 Maytag. I don't know if anyone's going to beat that. $3.30. Wow. Hopefully you'd back to the truck up back then. Stupid Stacking paid $5. Ralph paid $4 in 1974. King paid $4. Yeah, Master Stacker was under $5. That $3. $1 for silver pre-62, so I'm saying. Wow. Congratulations to everyone who bought low. That's amazing. Okay, guys, we got here under 10 minutes until the U.S. stock market opens. Are we going up or down? Are we going that way or are we going that way? What do you guys think? Get your votes in. We got 10 minutes here. Let's move this forward a candle. Boop. Which way are we going? Guys, look at it. That kind of looks like the mouth of a gator. It's been a while since we've had a gator formation. And Simon's saying, depends on the bank in Canada. Some you can order from the banking app on your phone. The post office carries random mint products. Oh, that's cool. And Peter saying, International Stacker, I can't find silver anywhere in the city I live. In Peterborough, Canada. Only 2 dealers and none have silver. Nobody is selling either unless I buy online. Wow, $15 premium. Are there any friends in Canada that are close to Peter that could give him some advice? He wants his silver, and he wants it now. Oh, look at this. Evidently, there was a collision between the USS Truxton and a USNS Supply. Look at that. I'm not sure what happened there, but ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a lot of paperwork and mandatory training for sure. Do I have any people in the past who manned one of these ships or womaned one of these ships that could explain what in the world happened? How did they hit each other? Let us know. Look, wife, why is your silver crashing again? Look at that look. Why is your silver crashing again? That is so funny. Breaking. House Republicans announce investigation into Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance, alleging Spanish lyrics were inappropriate for television. Okay, lyrics aside, who watched the halftime show for Bad Bunny? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or were you indifferent? Let us know in chat. But let's not go down the political hellhole, please. Just give me your opinion on the halftime show. Again, we don't talk politics on this channel, but I do talk geopolitics and how they affect you in the silver and gold price. Silver is unobtainium, says Metal Charts. It's going to get there. Guys, remember the innovation curve. Do I have it here? Let's close all this. Adoption innovation curve. For me, it was underwhelming. Okay, innovation adoption curve. I believe we're still here in early adopters. Where do you guys think we're at? Honestly, I believe we're fully in early adopters. We're getting close to early majority. I think FOMO really kicks in here if you're missing out. True price discovery. Then it's going to get super high, and then we'll come back down to a new high. Up here is where I believe unobtainium happens, and you start getting paid premiums for gold and silver at coin shops and online. Tom Jensen, thank you for the 20 pounds straight to the face. Making it rain on the Goblin. Thank you so much, Tom. Saying the Vikings are now mega, claws and horns, silver shivering, stay sovereign, and love from Valhalla. That's awesome. Thank you, my friend. Have you guys seen that Viking chant? This thing is epic. Let me show you guys this. Imagine back in the day. Okay, hold up. Let me load this. And let me turn off the music. Now listen to this. Imagine being a city back in the day and some invaders come from a strange land and they're all huge and massive and wearing furs and you're hearing this. Imagine. Imagine that. How sketchy would that be? That would give me about as much of an adrenaline dump as that Baby Gator call did. That's for sure. Watching you while Bad Bunny in the background, says Max. That's funny. I pulled silver out of my change in 1965. That's epic. That's epic. Silver, no panic, no drama. I told you what to expect. So back on December 21st, North Star saying, am I subscribed to North Star? We'll follow him. Silver, be mentally prepared for a large correction, but know this, we have barely even begun this bull era. And what he's referring to, guys, is this is a 45-year cup and handle. And many analysts say that a 45-year cup and handle is not going to be fulfilled in a couple months. It's going to be much longer than that. So do you guys buy into that? Do you see the cup? Do you see the handle? And better yet, is your cup filled with Mrs. International Stacker coffee? That's the real question there. I do like that. Let's go back here to the charts, guys. The stock market's opening in under 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, Nude Bullet. Thank you. Oh, AED. I know that. Nude Bullet is paying a super chat in AED, and that's from Dubai. I've been there many times. How much should 1 kilogram sold at today's price if I sell? I'm assuming that you're selling in the Middle East, so let me tell you. A kilogram is 32.15 ounces of troy ounces of silver, so 32.15. The current spot price, $78.75. So spot market would be $2,531.81. So let's do USD to AED. So for you, my friend, spot price would be $2,531.81. So spot price would be 92.98 AED. But here's what I'll tell you. My experience in the Middle East, I spent nearly 10 years there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget. I bought silver in the UAE, and it's always has a premium. And I also know there's a silver shortage going on right now in the UAE. So 9,298 AED would be your base. But I believe you could probably get more because of the shortage over there. They need silver. People are hunting for it. So I would call a few different shops. There's a few different good shops in the old the old Dubai gold souk, not the new one. So I'd go walk around the old Dubai a gold souk and go to a few different shops and see, maybe call some friends, but I wouldn't take anything less than 92.9807. You'll probably get more. So I hope that helps you. Did that help you, Nude Bullet? And what is it? Do you have an El Ittihad silver kilo? I'm curious. I gave one of those away on this channel to one of you. I've given away multiple kilo bars in the past. That's why you got to subscribe, turn on the notifications. We do crazy things on this channel. I felt like the guy from Clockwork Orange watching the Super Bowl, so stupid stacking. That's funny. Dave Mo says, even if the paper price silver goes to 50, won't be able to buy. I agree with you. I've got a video here that I got videos latest. Go down here and it says silver shortage 2026. Why physical prices will explode no matter what the paper price says. At a certain point, the lower they smash it, it's going to stop responding. You'll just see higher and higher premiums. So I totally agree with you, Dave Most. You can get some places, though. You can get silver cheaper than 95, but a lot of places, especially for Eagles, it's up there. Koo Bag saying, Perth Mint issued a first kilo kookaburra in 1991, mintage 1,000, 501 overseas. Rest sold via ballot. Lucky to buy one. $470. Wow, congratulations. That's epic. And Aaron in chat saying, check out the Minnesota Vikings skull chant. Okay, let's see. Minnesota Vikings skull chant. Okay, let's pause the music here. Music paused. And okay, let's check it out. Okay, here we go. That's pretty cool. That's sick. That's pretty cool. Thank you for flagging that. I need to go to a Minnesota Vikings game, guys. I need to go to a Minnesota Vikings game. That was pretty cool. I need to blow that horn. Guys, the baby gator. The baby gator delivers. I think eventually they may fly me around to different governments and exchanges and trading floors. Bring me in there. The silence will come in the room, and I'll just sit there on a microphone, do the baby gator. If it works 90% of the time, every time, according to some scientists, think about it. We could just travel the world doing the baby gator. That's our new lease on life. Can you do a poll, Kid Rock versus Bad Bunny, and see what the results? Okay, I'll do a poll. Which did you like better? Okay, let's see. One second. Okay, here comes the poll. Here comes the poll. Polls in chat. There's multiple answers for you guys. I was streaming live, and guys, the stock market's open. The U.S. stock market's open, so let's get rid of this gator mouth here. And the first candle is green. We've got 4 minutes left in this candle. What are you, team green or team red? What do you think it's going to finish? We've got 4 minutes left here. Are you Team Green or Team Red? Put it in chat. I missed your super chat, Ali. I'm sorry. Let me go look. Ali with the super chat. Thank you. And thank you for being a channel member. Is it bullish or bearish that silver crashes fast but rises slow? To me, it's much more bullish for silver to rise slowly tick up, consolidate, and build new levels to go higher than to rise. Remember, when silver rises, like when anything goes straight up, like exponential, the only thing that goes straight up forever is the U.S. national debt. And traditionally, the quicker you go up, the quicker you come down. You'll take stairs up and an elevator straight down. So it's much more bullish for silver to slowly rise. So that's what I prefer. Okay. I'm going to let this poll go for 1 more minute. But thank you, Ali, for that super chat. I'm going to let this poll go for 1 more, or 30 seconds maybe. We got 223 votes. Keep voting. We got 1,400 people on the chat. Guys, we're only 70 likes away from 90. I know we can certainly do that. Keep smashing it. And we are only 68 subscribers away from the next big show, which would be 63,500. Thank you so much. We are on the race to 100,000 subscribers. And at 100,000 subscribers is the next mega giveaway. Who wants free silver? Who wants free gold? Who wants it? Mega! As soon as we hit 100K, we're going to be doing one. It's going to be epic. Stupid Sacky Bunny. Okay, I'm going to close the poll in 3, 2, 1. Here's the results of the poll. So 43% of you liked Kid Rock better. 28% of you said, I like turtles. I was chilling with IS was 18. That's right. I was live streaming the market. And 11% liked Bad Bunny. 259 votes. Okay, let's go here. And Okie Sinner saying, I bumped the Kid Rock at a Mexican restaurant at the end of my street. One time, didn't say nothing. It was cool. Interesting. Okay, let's go here. North Star, gold and silver markets, those in power, demonstrate the classic smoke and mirrors. Look over here. Don't look over there. Well, I'm telling you, look over there now. Okay, let's see. Up, Dow beating gold, down, Dow, gold beating Dow. The Dow Jones is in a bear market versus gold. Nominal growth likely just means they're destroying your purchase power. Okay. Record stock market, national security driven, great terrorist protect. Okay. Major resistance. It's done. A long-term trend now. Favors gold, silver, commodities, energy, and yes, eventually oil. Wow. Oil is pretty cheap, guys. Look at Chai FX saying, I lost all my money in gold. 56K lost. The industry is a scam. Goodbye forever. So I'm guessing they were leveraged and sold. Remember, guys, with anything, you don't lose until you sell. You don't gain until you sell. So I'm guessing Chi FX was probably leveraged. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. But for the love of God, do not get leveraged. They will destroy you in a second. Do not do it. Let's see what Ball Guy says here. Only on a 150 ounce price drop, 3%. Only if you use leverage, but this post is fake anyhow. Silver triangle formation, says Jad. Okay, let's check out Rashad here. Let's see what he's saying. Okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to be live end of the day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the market close. So what's going to happen between now and then? If it continues like it's going to do, it looks like it would be crab walking, moving sideways. Maybe we could have an afternoon rally. However, that's exactly what I said yesterday before the big major smackdown, the manipulation, third manipulation of the century. So what do they have in store for us, guys? Remember, it is Friday the 13th, and the Comex is running out of silver. They want their silver, and they want it now.
It's my silver, and I want it now. My silver, and I want it now.
Friday the 13th.
My silver, and I want it now.
So they want their silver. They want it now. So the Comex is on fire. I'm going to keep covering stuff all day. Follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, at Intl-Stacker. International, unfortunately, would not fit. So make sure to follow me here at Intl-Stacker to stay appraised. I will be live again at the end of the day, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to cover the market close. Last 30 minutes. What's going to happen between now and then, I don't know, but it could be wild. So we'll see. And remember, the Shanghai Futures Exchange is closed until all the way through February 23rd, and it closed at $88.16. So at 78, that's currently a $10 premium. We're going to see what happens. Thank you so much, everybody. Smash the like. We're only 24 likes away from 900. That'd be so cool to hit that on the way out here. But that's it. That's all I got. Do you guys want to do a crab raid? Okay, we could do a crab raid. Let's see. Silver. Do you guys know any small creators that are live right now? You guys, we do this to help out small creators. It's meant to be a blessing, not a curse. We drop crabs in the chat. We like the stream. It's up to you if you want to subscribe or not. But do you guys know any small creators that are currently live? Let me know. Coin collecting. And I like to get different people. I don't like to keep doing the same people if possible, but we will if we have to. I like to share the wealth. Please explain what you meant by leverage, says Holy Moly channel member. Thank you for the support. So leverage. So if you're stacking physical gold and silver, you don't have to worry about leverage. If you're just investing in silver ETFs and silver miners, you don't have to worry about leverage. But if you're buying options, if you're playing in the Comex, if you're shorting, those are all leveraged plays, which means you could be responsible for 10x losses, for 50x losses, for like shorting. The losses on shorting could technically be exponential. Okay. So that's where you're taking out a position for an amount of money, but you're on the hook for magnified wins or magnified losses if something goes wrong. So that is what being leveraged means. I hope that helps. Oh yeah, we're just any small creators on. Ida's on. We could do Ida. We've done her a bunch. Oh, Silver Hair Stacker. We just did him. I really want to get someone else if possible, because we just did both of them. Is anybody else on? That's small. Hey, look, International Stacker. That's us. Okay, it's going to be Ida. It's going to be Ida or Silver Hair. We just did Silver Hair yesterday or the day before, and Ida has a big auction coming off for St. Jude. She's donating all the money to St. Jude, so we're going to go ahead and do her. So let me open this up. Let me mute that. Let me get this link. I'm not able to redirect you guys automatically on this stream today because I did a vertical live stream. So I'm going to be dropping it in chat. So you're going to have to click on the link in chat. And when we go there, we're going to drop crabs in chat. And please like the stream. And please show up for our auction. It's for a good cause. Thank you, everybody. I will be live today, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me later. Turn on those notifications. We're only 2 likes away from 900. Smash the like. The next 2 people who do it get 15 years of good luck. It's science. CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Let's go crab raid Ida right now. Drop in the link in chat. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
On the pole, not at his house, like on one of the poles or something.